What's going on, guys? Happy that you're here. Sorry, my hair is a little bit messy. I just came back from the gym. But today's video is going to be how to be happier as a short guy, a full guide. I am giving you the steps I took and the things that I implemented that made me feel better in my life. And I'm really excited to show you. And a lot of these things may seem a bit obvious at first, but you'd be surprised that maybe you're not implementing these things as you should be doing. So, without further ado, let's do it. Why should you listen to me? Well, my father passed away when I was 11 years old, so I never grew up with a proper male role model, resulting in a lack of masculinity and lessons I never got to learn. I struggled with insecurity most of my life, especially my height. At 5'6", I felt less than for so long. In high school and beyond, I was ridiculed for it, something I can't even control. And I used to genuinely hate myself. I surrounded myself with negative and toxic people and spiraled into a mental hell. I used to look like that, and now I look like this. I think that says enough. So I know how you feel. Those feelings of insecurity, hopelessness, unfairness, being unlovable, etc. I get it. I've been there, and now I'm on the other side, and I want to take you there as well. Like I said, I've been there, but I've also conquered it. And I want to share the things that help me heal and move forward in life for those of you who are just like me. Some of the advice I give may challenge your ego. Please take it with an open mind, all right? You are probably a few steps behind me, and that's okay. That's the entire point of my entire channel, is to help guys that are just a few steps behind me. And so the advice I give you, you will probably want to disagree with, and you will probably want to come up with some sort of excuse for. Don't. Take it in, be open-minded, and understand that your situation can be changed. And I'm here to help you, all right? So without further ado, this is the path I followed to go from an insecure short guy to a confident and happier short king. The first thing we need to go over, I'm going to move myself over there. All right. First, we need to go over acceptance. This is by far the most important thing, okay? If you can't do this, then you might as well just get off the video now, okay? You need to accept the truth about you and the world we live in. You cannot change your height, okay? You just can't, all right? It is a physical characteristic about you that is not changeable. You can't edit it, okay? You cannot change human behavior. Humans will always be humans, and the way they act is just the way they act, all right? Whatever suffering you may face, the world will not stop. Time still passes, and life continues to go on, okay? Whether you feel like shit or not, tomorrow you still have to wake up, you have to feed yourself, and you probably have bills to pay. You gotta stay alive, okay? You cannot control the outside world, but you can control your character, your opinions and preferences, your choices and actions, and your wants and motivations. Those are all things you have full control over. All right? You must make the mindset shift that people will always be people. All right? I want you to ask yourself this. Do the people closest to me surprise me with how they act sometimes? Your family and your best friends, right? I'm sure they do, right? Do the people that are next closest to me surprise me with how they act sometimes? Coworkers, acquaintances, probably, right? So if you answered yes to both, which I know you 100% did, okay, don't lie to yourself, then why the hell would you be surprised with how total strangers act, okay? If family and your friends and your coworkers, acquaintances, and random people, if they piss you off, why would you be surprised if strangers would piss you off? Okay? Human behavior will never change. You need to accept that, understand that, and expect people to drive slow, talk loud, be impatient, and be rude. Okay? You can't control how people are, but you can control how we react to it. Okay? For example, let's say you're driving somewhere, all right? And there's a lot of traffic, and it's very slow, right? Instead of looking at it as fuck, dude, there's traffic, this is annoying, why can't people move, da da da. You could look at it as extra time in the car to listen to music, extra time in the car to listen to a podcast. If you're in the car with somebody, you can have more time for a conversation, or you can look out into the scenery out the window. You can look at it that way instead of looking at it from such a pessimistic point of view. And so, I'm just put myself there. There we go. To keep moving myself. This concept applies to your height insecurity. You cannot control your height, but you can control how it affects your day-to-day life. You have control over your choices and actions, so you can choose to not see it as a hindrance. You can choose to not let it destroy you, okay? You can choose that. You can make the decision and say, I'm a human being just like everyone else, okay? My height is just a description. It doesn't determine my personality. It doesn't determine the things I like and don't like. It doesn't determine the things I value in relationships. It doesn't determine the career I want, okay? You have to understand, most people do not care about you as much as you think they do. Everyone is focused and concerned about themselves. No one is focused on your height except you. I know that makes you probably feel like shit and your ego probably went to shit, but you need to understand that nobody's paying attention to your height when they have bills to pay and mouths to feed. Okay, you're in something called the spotlight illusion. I promise you, there's no spotlight on you. When you're walking around, nobody's looking at you because you're shorter than average. I promise you that. I can literally 100% guarantee that. It's all in your head. At the end of the day, this entire insecurity is up here. And if you can master up here, this insecurity will vanish. All right? Next, we're going to go into gratitude, okay? You need to understand that there are people who will not wake up tomorrow. Every day is a gift, okay? I need that to get through your fucking skull. You have things to be grateful for, okay? If you have a roof over your head, food to eat, water to drink, clothes to wear, a bed to sleep in, family and friends, you have more than some people. There are people in this world without those things. Seriously. There are people in this world who would happily trade lives with you. So instead of focusing on things glass half empty all the time, you need to look at things glass half full. Start gratitude journaling every morning. Write down something you're grateful for. This single-handedly changed my life. I still do it to this day. It's been probably at least 8 months by now. And at first, I was kind of in a rut and I wanted to try it for like 30 days. I still do it every single morning. It reminds me I have a lot to be grateful for. So like I said before, you have control over your choices and actions. Use this time to choose to be grateful. It straight up just feels good to be grateful. You're in this mindset of scarcity and pessimism just because of a physical characteristic. Do you realize how dumb that sounds? I'm not trying to invalidate how you feel because I know how you feel because I've been there. So coming from someone who's been there, you can make this shift. You have the power. You have the power to feel like shit, so you also have the power to feel amazing. You do realize that, right? The next thing I want to go over are passions and hobbies, okay? A life without passions and hobbies is a miserable one. One of the keys to happiness is finding things you can immerse yourself in and that strengthen your physical and mental health, okay? You are uniquely you, and your passions and hobbies make that possible. There are two types of hobbies. They're creative and physical, and I would suggest you have at least one of each. Okay, creative things would be like music, art, film, photography, writing, etc. Anything that stimulates your brain and shows out a creative side of you, or builds a creative side of you. Physical would be like gym, sports, martial arts, dancing, anything that requires physical mobility and requires you to move. I would pick one of each. Okay, for me, music and gym. Those are mine. So pick one of each. They don't have to be specifically these. You can do some research and figure it out for yourself, but I would highly suggest doing this if you're not already. All right. Next is the big one. Education. And I'm not talking about traditional education and the fucking dumbass school system. That's not what I'm talking about. That's a video for itself, okay? Self-education. Okay? Increasing your knowledge and skill sets is a massive boost to your confidence and your overall quality of life. This can be done by reading books, listening to podcasts, educational YouTube videos like this one, and courses and or coaching if you want to invest in that. Okay? Downloading information to your brain is great, but it means nothing when it's not practiced or implemented. I am victim to this. For so long, I've been someone like this. I've put off this YouTube channel for years, and I've learned so much in these past few years. And so it meant nothing if I had all this knowledge and experience and a transformation if I don't show it to the fucking public and people could feel inspired, motivated, and learn from me. So I would suggest reading books, either physical or audiobooks, okay? They have massive amounts of knowledge and lessons from people who have had the success or the life that you want. Think about it. There are millionaires, billionaires, or people who have made transformations or have a career or something that inspire you. Most of these people have books, whether it's like nonfiction self-help, biographies, autobiographies, whatever it is. You can pay 10, 20, 30 bucks to learn everything about what they've done and what they wish they would have done, successes and failures, lessons, all these things. You can pay 10, 20, 30 bucks to learn all of that in a bundle of paper, in a digestible format. Think about that. You could download information to your fucking brain from some of the most successful people on planet Earth and in history. And you can learn to implement what works for them for yourself. That is insane to me, okay? Once you stop learning, you stop growing. If you try to act like a know-it-all and you try to think that you know more than people, you've already lost. I consider myself above average intelligence, but by no means do I consider myself done learning. I'm a lifelong student, and you should be as well. Because the more you learn, the better person you become and the more you can achieve. Next is going to be environment, all right? Your environment shapes the person you become. If your room or your office space or your car is disorganized, so are you. Make sure your spaces are clean and organized. You will think more clearly and you will feel better. It is so much harder to work in a space that's all freaking disorganized and dirty and messy and shit all over the place. Your brain is going to go haywire and it's not going to be able to focus properly. I'm telling you, it's true, and it does make a difference. This also goes to your friends, okay? I have learned this lesson all too well. If your friends do not uplift you or motivate you, have similar goals as you, or put you in your place and fucking give you criticism when you need it because they care about you, you need new friends. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, okay? 4 or 5 years ago when I was hanging out with shitty people who were vaping and doing drugs and drinking and fucking doing dumb shit, I never did any of those things. But the person I was reflected that. I was unmotivated, insecure, depressed, unhappy, out of shape. My mind was out of shape. And then when I cut all those people off, decided to go down a new path, improve myself, meet new people, I'm in a much better place, okay? If you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find a new damn room, okay? You should not be the number one smartest, most fucking leading person in your friend group, okay? If you are, you need to find people who are doing better than you. All right? The last thing I want to cover is purpose. This is a very abstract concept. It's something that I don't even fucking know 100%, okay? But it's very, very important. Every single person on this planet has a purpose, whether it's good or bad. There are people who do horrible things. Unfortunately, that is their purpose, and it's wrong. But there are people like us who have a purpose for good, to contribute to humanity and society, okay? You don't need to know exactly what it is right now, but you need to work towards something. Something. Ask yourself this. If I had all the money in the world, what would I spend a few hours a day working on, okay? Ask yourself that and really think about it. You don't need to have the answer right away. Think about it for a few hours, few days, few weeks. I don't care. Just think of something. What do you enjoy and what can help people? Really. If you can have a balance of what you are good at, what you enjoy, and how people can benefit from it, just merge the 3 together. For me, I enjoy writing, right? I enjoy writing. I enjoy music. I enjoy fitness and learning, okay? I enjoy those things, right? Okay? What am I good at? Well, I think I'm pretty good at fitness. I'm good at music, and I'm good at writing. And how can people benefit from it? Well, I could just fucking talk about all that on the internet and give lessons to people and help people. That's what I'm doing. This is my purpose. My purpose is to take the person that I am and what I love and what I'm good at and help people make a transformation from where they are to where they want to be and inspire people, motivate people, and be a good friend to people. That is my purpose. My purpose is to help people overcome this horrible insecurity that I have had. I am not insecure about it anymore. I am happy as a short guy. I honestly don't give a fuck. And so I'm trying to get you guys on that same wavelength. All right. So your life's purpose is a never-ending mission. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It will reveal itself over time. It's funny, for the longest time, I thought I would be a musician, be in a touring band, and release music, and I thought that was like my purpose in life because I really have music tattooed on my fucking arm. And like, it's been a huge part of my life for a very long time, and it still is. I still practice every day. It's a hobby of mine. I love it. But a shower thought came to me, and as much as I love music, I don't want to deal with the music industry, and I want to kind of have my life on my own terms and build a business. That's really what I want to do. I know that for a fact. And so I decided, what would I be passionate about doing? Who do I want to help? And I thought, okay, well, I want to help my past self. That would be great. Okay, short guys that are struggling in their life, let me help them, because I used to be a short guy that struggled, and now I'm a short guy that doesn't struggle. It kind of just revealed itself. So don't put so much pressure on yourself for this. It'll reveal itself over time. Just keep taking steps to improve your life and learn and grow. That's it, all right? Now, lastly, this isn't completely correlated to this video, but rest is important, okay? If you're anything like me, you're probably ambitious. I always try to debunk hustle culture in my videos. I believe that your self-improvement journey should be fun. So please do yourself a favor. Focus on the few daily actionable steps that make your progress. Do not overwhelm yourself. And I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah? Cool. Peace.